Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Laura with Stitchin with Laura. How's everybody doing? I hope everyone is having a great day. Well, today is day 3 of my extravaganza, so be sure to watch the video to its entirety so you can get your 2 numbers that you're going to need to add together with the ones you've already collected on Monday. Well, today we are working on the Peacock from ColorfulDIY, and I'm going to be working on the head of the Peacock here, and where you see that darkish line, that's what we're going to be working on, and it is color 939. So, how is everybody doing? I hope you're all having a good week. We're getting closer to the weekend, guys. Getting closer to the weekend. I'm trying to figure out where to put everything so that I can get a hold of this. Oh my goodness. Maybe I'll just flip it. There we go. It'll be easier. There we are. Yeah, yesterday was kind of a do-nothing day. Oops, sorry about that. The only thing of any kind of construction I did was wash dishes and take the trash out. Isn't that exciting? I knew you'd be just thrilled sick. Oh my goodness. Yeah, took a 2-hour nap. Tried to make pork chops. Ugh, no. This is why I don't cook pork chops. For some reason, me and pork chops just don't work out. I don't know. They were horrible. Yeah, just absolutely horrible. So it's a good thing I had a lettuce salad before all that. So, yeah. Some days. And I don't cook that much pork, so, yeah, I think I cooked it too fast or something. I'm not real sure what happened, but, yeah, no, we're not doing that again for a very, very long time. So, I have no idea what I'm having today. Haven't even gotten that far. So, we'll see. But yesterday was very nice out and pleasant outside. I even opened up the window in the front room and let some air in. It was actually one of the windows that I actually have a screen on. Yeah, the rest of them don't open like that, and one has the air conditioner in it, so that can't open, and the other one, not so much. And I knocked the curtain rod thing. You know how those inexpensive curtain rods, they kind of flip over a thing, you know, and you have to tip it back. Yeah, I pulled that sucker right out of the wall. It was awesome, so I had to go find a teeny tiny nail to put that back up with, because, you know, I lost that nail. Yeah. Then I just sat down and I stitched on the lady with the bird and the bird and I'm trying to figure out where to get this. The bird and the flowers that I worked on yesterday. So I worked a little bit on it. I wouldn't say that I just got all carried away or anything. I kept strands of thread in there. I don't know, I just felt like I was tired for some reason. We're trying to rearrange this. Hold that thought. It's just too long. There we go. It keeps, and this has a real strong, what do you call it, magnet on it, so it's not going to come off real easy. But yeah, so it was kind of a do-nothing day. Didn't go anywhere with my daughter or anything like that. She had some other things she had to take care of. So I actually think there's some white in there, but we're just gonna stitch through here. So yeah, watched a little floss tube, well, not floss tube, YouTube. Did watch some floss tubes though, I guess. Yeah, I have to do that. And some of the channels that I like on YouTube. and watched a little bit of Netflix. I found a new series, shall we call it? I guess it is, but it's like a limited series, and the thing is called Bodies. Yeah, okay, so I watched the first episode of that, and I'm like, you know, I really kind of got to take this all in and figure out what's going on. I mean, it wasn't a horror thing, but it's supposed to be suspenseful and dealing with 4 different time periods, if you will. Yeah, it was kind of different. Yeah, so we might get to part 2 tomorrow, or today, I mean, and see how that goes, because, yeah, okay, yeah, so, I mean, it wasn't like I was enamored with it from the beginning, and, oh, I gotta just keep watching. No, it wasn't one of those. It's one of those things you kind of gotta take it with a grain of saltish and just figure out what's going on, and yeah. So if you like suspense things, you know, you can start in, and if not, you know, it won't hurt my feelings if you don't watch it, you know, just because I watched it. Yeah, no. So we'll see. Not real sure. So, yeah, I have no idea what my plans are today. Haven't talked to my daughter yet. Now, she said the kids were supposed to be home, but she was talking about letting them go to Boys and Girls Club. Every once in a while when they have these teacher in-service things, the Boys and Girls Club will have like an all-day Boys and Girls Club. So, I don't know if they were even interested in doing that or not. So we'll have to wait and see. So we'll just kind of play it by ear and see what comes. Yeah, that was no small feat trying to get that window open. Since the windows, now, I know, call us nuts, but we had a really hard time finding windows for this trailer. So my son-in-law, we ended up, you know, we had to take him, of course, because my daughter and I didn't know crap except for the, what do you call it, the dimensions. So he had to put them in there, like if they were supposed to slide from this way, he put them so they slide this way, just so that it would actually fit the window. It was a nightmare, and he had to build around the edges, you know, to build it together so that it was the right size. It was a nightmare. But those windows aren't going anywhere. I can guarantee that they're just fine. So, yeah. But I had to peel one up, and they're pretty heavy. And I finally got it up, and I had a stick, not a stick from outdoors, but I had like a piece of frame that I had a while back that whatever was in it disintegrated, and it kind of all fell apart. I mean, it wasn't really good, terrific wood, but I shoved it under the window thing, and it held it open, so I got to have some fresh air yesterday. I was going to sit on the porch, but it was just a little bit breezy, you know. I hate that breeziness when I'm trying to stitch, and then I get a long piece of thread, and it's flopping in the wind and in my face, and yeah, it's better when it's much calmer. Yeah. So, fun times. Hang on, guys. While I'm doing this, whoops, sorry. The first number for today is number 23. Get that out of the way. I don't know where that piece of yellow thread came from. Oh my goodness. So, yeah. I always get involved in all these stupid projects that are just a little too much some days. But I got, first I was going to use, I have 3 or 4 pieces of quartz rock that we have picked up, my daughter and I, when we were out just walking and here and there, and they weren't thick enough. They were this big around, but they weren't thick enough to fit in there to hold the window open. So now we have this lovely stick thing. So I'm glad it's pulling its own weight here, so we can just keep that stick. I should probably keep the other 3 parts of this just in case one of those break. But yeah. So I'll keep you posted. But I didn't leave it that way all night because, you know, I figured the cat would get curious, but her eyes, boy, she come walk prancing through here like she does every day, you know, walking past me like I need to get up and do something for her because, you know, she's the most important one. And she'll pace back and forth from the front bedroom all the way down the hall and back and do that 5 or 6 times. But she came through here and I had the front door open just about 1.5 inches with a table sitting I have little tiny end tables that I put out on the porch, but you can't leave them out on the porch all the time because they'll blow away. That's how lightweight they are. But I figured it was enough to keep the door, you know, shut so it wouldn't blow open. But she saw that and she heard that make a noise, you know, because the wind was kind of blowing-ish. And she looked that way, and then she looked towards me and saw that that big door was open. I mean, it was like a freaking cartoon, man. Her eyes got as big as saucers, like, what in the hell is that? Because she could hear stuff going on outside. Then she just walked right through again. She came back 2 or 3 times, looked at it. She wasn't curious enough to go over to the window or by the door. Or nope, none of that was happening. She was just keeping an eye on it. And last night she must have found a fly or something, because she finally came and sat on the rocking chair waiting for it to show back up, and she just laid there until I got ready to get up. But, you know, and then she was gone. Nope. Like, okie dokie. So we'll see. I'm telling you, it's worse than having 3-year-olds. Although I don't have to watch cats nearly as much as the 2- and 3-year-olds. Because she has no thumbs, so she can't open doors and things and pull things out. You know. Yeah. I don't remember my kids ever really getting into anything and making too much of a mess. Well, my son did. He was like a year and a half, maybe a year and a half old, and he was in the bedroom, and it was summer. I laid him down for an afternoon nap, right? And the sun was kind of coming through that window, through the drapes, because there was only like a sheer there. And I went to go get him after he got up, because I could hear him in there, you know, making noise. I went in there, and somehow he had found a tube of lipstick in the dresser that sat by the bed, and he had that stuff all over his face. And he was just kind of glowing. Oh my God. About never got that off of his body. He had it everywhere. Yeah. The sheet was trashed. It was a mess. Oh yeah. So, but that's all I can really remember any of them getting into to make that kind of a mess. But I get to hear all the lovely tales after my kids are now approaching, shall we say, 40, you know, of these things that they did when they were younger. My daughter told me how her and her brother were on their bikes, and they had them BMX bikes back in the day. And they had to go down an alley to get to where we lived or something. And I guess her brother was just egging this dog on, and the dog was not yiping, but barking, you know, ferociously. And the dog was running the line, and they thought for sure that that dog was going to get out. So they were beating it on their bike as fast as they possibly could. She about ready to kill her brother, you know, for egging this dog. I was like, oh my God, don't tell me these things now. Wait until I'm 90 and I'll forget it in 5 minutes, okay? Oh, well, that could happen earlier too. What can I say? Kids. So these are stories that I never heard in the day, and if I did, it didn't make too much of an impression, because I didn't remember that story when she told it to me. Yeah. I'm like, well, you know, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, your day is coming, because you got one teenager and the other one's on her way fast to being a teenager, so get ready for all the horror stories, you know. It's like, oh my God. Yeah. So we'll see. Put that over there. Kind of wanted to get this whole yellow part done, but I don't think we're going to get it done today. Whoops. Try to put the stitches in the right direction, Laura. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't want to have to take any more out. The other day, oh my God, take out a whole little section in 14 count. No doubt, because it was backwards. So I'd like not to repeat that again. Oh well. Do your kids tell you tales of what happened that you never knew back in the day? Oh my goodness. Some things are just better left that I don't know about. Yeah. Now, my daughter and her husband now, they, this is early in their relationship. Her husband and their best friend from school, they all worked for a ski resort. So I don't know where they were going, somewhere between here and Leadville, somewhere. Their car broke down. And they were walking on Christmas. It's either Christmas Day or Christmas Eve to get home, and it was snow and a blizzard, and they about froze to death before they got to this. There's like a small little towny thing there. They had to use the phone there, but they about froze to death because the vehicle broke down, and they had to use the phone to call somebody. I don't know who the hell they would have called at that point, but yeah. Yeah, I don't want to hear these things. Yeah. So you can watch your kids and watch your kids and watch your kids, and then you can still not know all the other things that go on, you know? I know. One time the snow was so deep, they lived in this little cabin place, like down a hill, and the snow was so deep that they buried the front end of the vehicle and had to walk through chest-high snow to get to the door of the cabin. Yeah. Fun times, fun times. Now, I don't know that it has or hasn't snowed that much since that point, but that was 15 years ago. So, I don't know. I never got in trouble because I knew my parents knew everybody, and I'd be in trouble just looking at these other, or even thinking about doing something stupid. See, so, yeah, that's how dumb and naive I was. Yeah, we were never in grave danger, ever. Just didn't happen. The second number today is number 57. 57. I can't tell this white. There's like a, see, well, there's like a grayish white. It's not white here. Right next to that yellow. Why would they do that? Why? I don't get it. I don't understand at all. Unbelievable. See, and now there's more white against the stupid yellow. So I'm trying to skip them and make sure I'm stitching on the yellow one instead of the white one. But we'll see, we'll see. This one's kind of easy to stitch on. It has some nice big areas, if you will. Whoops. So that makes it nice and easy. Or you could go along and do all the centers of all the, like the Peacock centers and stuff. Or, yeah. So it's easy to stitch on. And it's not that big. What is this? 36 by 46. So it's not even a 40 by 50. So yay! It's kind of warm in the house yesterday. Whoops. I did that wrong, didn't I? Okay. Hang on. Put that underneath that, and then we'll have it right. Yeah, it was about 85 degrees in the house, but I was not going to turn on the air conditioner. I just did not feel like it. It's either hot or cold, you know. But we do really well in the winter time, so I'm not, you know, that worried. But it sure would be nice to open that front door really wide. But I can deal with the window, so. And the more it goes up and down, the easier it'll get, you know. It's got those, is it graphite in the windows? You know, that makes it easier to go up and down, but they haven't been up and down for ages. Alright guys, well, we got that much of it done. Just got to go down here and then down both sides, so we'll see how it goes. Well, thank you for joining me today. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and please hit the bell. That way you'll know when my next video comes out. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you next time. God bless. Bye-bye. Keep stitching.